Welcome to the channel. Today we will explore a VPC Reachability Analyser Tool. So in our day-to-day activities, you would have definitely faced issues in troubleshooting the network traffic between your source and destination. The important tool that we can use to analyze the traffic and troubleshoot why some of the traffics are not reaching the destination, you can use a VPC Reachability Analyser Tool. So it helps you to identify the misconfigurations on the network components like security groups configurations, NACL, and then the transit gateway, route tables. So you can help or you can use this tool to analyze the traffic between the source and destination, and then fix if you see any configurations are not correctly done. So I have created lab instructions for a simple simple scenario. We can do a complex troubleshooting between source and destination, between VPCs, and then across cross accounts, traversing through transit gateways. But for this lab, so we have taken a very simple use case where we are will be provisioning EC2 instance in a VPC with an internet gateway attached, and we'll also deploy or we'll also bootstrap this EC2 instance with Tomcat web server, and we will try to access this EC2 instance from internet and see whether the traffic from outside internet we are able to hit the EC2 instance. So before we are going or starting the lab instructions, let's quickly go through some of the basics of VPC Reachability Analyzer. So the VPC Reachability Analyzer, as I said, you can run the reachability analysis between the network interfaces within your VPC, and you can also run or identify the reachability between a network interface and a gateway. And you can do a couple of steps to run the analysis. First, you would create an analyzer path, and then you can check the results from the analysis and identify if there is any misconfigurations. And then you can, once you understand the traffic path, you can you can fix the configurations and then delete the analysis path that you created. This example shows that the source from the internet gateway traffic is analyzed to the destination of EC2 instance, and this analysis shows the hop the traffic has taken or the traffic would take to reach the destination. It says it will cross or it will allow through the NACL rule based on the rule mentioned, the 100 inbound rule mentioned here, and it would also try to hit the ENI attached to the EC2 instance, but there is a rules mismatch, or it is not finding the required rules, ingress rule to be able to hit the ENI with the security group configurations. So what we would do is, by provisioning this particular stack that is mentioned here, we will try to simulate hitting an EC2 instance or web server from internet, which hits the internet gateway and then traverses that NACL or traverses the subnet using the NACL and the security group configurations. So let me quickly show you the resource that got provisioned. I'll go to the resource it has provisioned. So I'll go to a VPC. This is the VPC it got created because of that CloudFormation template. So it is in the 10 series, and then there is a subnet. One subnet got created, and this subnet, if you see, it has a route table, route attached to the internet gateway. So this is a public subnet, and the EC2 instance that got provisioned inside the subnet has should be able to we should be able to hit that from the internet. Okay, let me see that, open that EC2 instance. So you can see this is one of the EC2 instance which is bootstrapped to as a Tomcat web server, and it has a public IP address. And let me check the security group, and this is security group rules which is configured, and there is also a NACL rule which is configured here. Okay, so now let's try to run the analysis. But before running that, let me check whether I'm able to reach it. So this is the IP address, public IP address of the EC2 instance, and since it is a Tomcat server, I'm trying to access through port 8080, and I'm trying to hit that web server. So obviously I see some issues. The traffic is not reaching the destination EC2 instance. So I want to troubleshoot using VPC Reachability Analyzer. The tool is available in AWS Network Manager, and in that you can find the Reachability Analyzer under monitoring and troubleshooting. So let me go to Reachability Analyzer, and the first thing I need to do is I need to create analyze path. So the path is from, for example, internet. You can give any name, a meaningful name for you. So internet to EC2 instance path or a web server, and my source type, I'm expecting if it is internet, so the first point that it hits is internet gateway. So I will the internet gateway is within my VPC, so I can check that as my source. And then this source, the source type is internet gateway, and I'm selecting the actual internet gateway that is part of the VPC. And I'll try to give additional information. The actual IP that it will try to hit is from this is my IP, and from here is what it is gonna hit the EC2 instance. The source IP address is this, and then the destination IP address is my EC2 instance IP, public IP address. Let me copy that, and I will put that in the configuration as well. And the destination port that it has to hit is port 8080. Okay, and the destination type, I will select the EC2 instance type, and actual EC2 instance is one of the, you can select any of, it is provision 2 EC2 instance in the same subnet. I will check for one of the EC2 instance. So in this case, application server 1, and the protocol is TCP, and I will create and analyze that path. So it takes a few seconds. Let me check that until the result comes up. So the analysis is still in progress. Yeah, so it says not reachable, and let's find out the reason for it. So it shows the traverse path here, the desk source from internet gateway, and it has passed the NACL rule, so which means we don't have any issues in the NACL rule, and the NACL 100 inbound rule is allowing all traffic from all all IP address range. But if you see, there is an issue in the security group rules. So the security ingress rule is not allowing this traffic, and that's what you see in red mark here. And let's go to the EC2 instance and see whether we can fix that particular issue. So this is the EC2 instance where we were checking, and the inbound rule, if you see that, it is only allowing traffic or port range of 80. Let me try to edit this particular security group and see whether it works for me. So I will edit this particular inbound rule. Okay, so let me quickly create it. Add rule, custom TCP port 8080, and the source is my IP, and then I'll save this rule now. Okay, so now I have updated my security group rule. One of the issue in the network configurations, here it is security group rule configurations as an issue. So we just fixed it. Let's try to rerun this analysis. I will analyze the path again, confirm. So let me refresh this. So we are running the second analysis with the same input. So let's see if it is working or if there's any issues. But we got reachable as an status, which means the traffic can now go through from source to the destination that we are expecting. So you see it has reached until the EC2 instance, and it also shows there is a security group inbound rule is allowing that CIDR specifics my IP range and allowing the protocol TCP and the port range 8080. And if I try to run that now, I think I should get the Tomcat web server. See, the Tomcat web server homepage is now working. So which means we are able to hit the EC2 instance, and we use VPC Reachability Analyser Tool to find there is a misconfiguration in security group rules, and we fixed that issue, and we are able to get that web server accessible from the internet. So quite useful tool. We have seen a very simple scenario, but in production or in real-time scenarios, you would have multiple VPCs, multi-account setups, and to analyze the network traffic path from a source to destination within the AWS within your AWS accounts, you would find this tool very useful, and you can try you can use this for it will save you a lot of times while using this particular tool for troubleshooting. Thanks for following this, and you can follow the lab instruction to provision that stack and get the hands-on for this particular VPC Reachability Analyzer tool. Thank you very much.